Yo, what's up? We have Jesse in the building.
Jesse, hey.
Yo. So this is super exciting. We met. Where we met from?
Stagecoach in
Stagecoach.
Buckhead. Yes. I don't even remember like what month that was. You said August, right?
No, that was in the summer.
Summer. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I met him. He had a whole setup outside of Stagecoach, and he just pulled me and one other girl, I can't remember her name, and asked us to shoot, and so we shot. It was dope.
And here we are. So we did our first shoot today. So quick question. Tell the people where you're from.
I am from here, Atlanta, but I only say that to people who aren't from Georgia, but technically I'm from Alpharetta, the suburbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And tell me your backstory, like how you got into modeling.
Modeling. Okay, so I'm pretty tall for a woman. I'm 6 foot, but growing up I've always been tall, and people have always told me like I should model, and I never really took it seriously because I was a tomboy. But once I got to college, I started actually looking at modeling agencies, and so I did model calls. I started shooting, with friends, and I realized I actually really liked it. So I just kept going. It's really hard though. Like I'll say modeling is probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do because it's not just being pretty. I think a lot of people just think it's pretty and you just take a picture, but it's so much more than that. It's the poses, it's the emotions, the emoting in your face. It's tough, but it's fun.
Wow, that's crazy. So, how long have you been doing this professionally?
I don't even consider this professional. Like, yeah, I don't consider this professional. What does professional mean to you?
If you ask me,
Yeah.
professional is you getting paid for your talents.
Got you. So no, I haven't. Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you independent? Are you in an agency? Have you applied for agencies?
I'm independent. So I haven't applied to agencies recently, but I want to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the next step. Like lately, I've just been practicing because I took a big break for the last like 2 years from modeling.
Yeah, that's what you told me when we met.
Yeah. So now I'm getting back into it. Like I used to be really like way too shy. I'm still kind of more introverted, but now I've gotten more confidence. So I'm building up the practice, building up my portfolio, and now I want to get back out there and go to agencies.
Really? So wait.
Yeah.
So what made you stop?
Just two things. So one, I thought like it wasn't practical. Like everyone tells you need to, get a very profitable job. Like you need stability, and trying to model is a very risky business. So that kind of got me, and also I just thought like, oh, I'm too shy. I'm never gonna be like a model for real. So I took a break.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. And so you got back into it. What was that first step getting back into it? So what did you do for your first step back into the game?
Oh, that's a really good question. I can't even remember. Oh, someone like came into my life and kind of just saw something in me, and we did a shoot, and from then on I've been doing more shoots consistently. So after I like took that chance on that person and did a shoot with them, I felt more confident, and they believed in me, and I started believing in myself more. So I just kept going. Yeah, and that, Yeah, and that was like 3 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So 3 months ago is when I started getting back into shooting for real.
Really? So
Yeah.
So was a local photographer?
No, he's from Vermont, but he was just down here.
Really? Did you post it on Instagram?
Yeah.
Can we see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they weren't the best, but
Wait, damn. I just left it on someone.
but I mean not on his part, but just on my part.
Okay.
Because I mean I was still nervous at the time. This one's a little blurry, but I really like this one.
Can you look into the camera?
Yeah. And I realized like at the beginning I was staring right at the camera.
Oh, I I remember these shots.
Yeah.
I was like, go. Okay.
You liked them?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially, I think you had another one. I want to say it was about a window.
It was bad. So that was our second shoot.
Mm-hmm.
This one? Yeah. So I improved.
There you go. Yeah, I see it. There it is.
Yeah, so with each shoot, I see myself improving, and it's giving me more and more hope. So I'm going to keep going.
You should.
Yeah.
So, and I hear that. I just did a recent interview, and she said 1-8. So have you talked to an agency? Like, have you talked to agency?
So not since I was like really young. I first went to like model calls when I was 18, 19. And I went to Salt Agency, and I also applied online to Kevlar Rose Agency. And they both were actually interested in me. But at that age, I was just like terribly shy. Like it was just so bad. So I didn't pursue it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you haven't done it recently? Because I heard like they can be very brutal. Like I heard like you need some thick skin in this.
You do. You definitely do. And I think I'm more prepared for it now. But back then, it would have eaten me alive.
So you're shy. Are you shy of criticism? Or are you shy to reach out to agencies? What makes you shy?
I usually don't talk about this, but like, I've just had social anxiety like my whole life. So that's basically it. Like, so modeling is something that people who have social anxiety would just never do. But I'm forcing myself to do it. Like, I can't let social anxiety, dictate my life. So, did that even answer your question?
I'd like to know more about social anxiety.
Okay.
I heard of anxiety. I'm not
Yeah.
too familiar with social anxiety.
So there's like generalized anxiety. A lot of people have that, and like you get that. Yeah, generalized. You just like you're afraid of everything. Not everything, but like you're afraid of things happening, like a car crash or like. I don't know. Do you have examples of what you might get anxious about?
Me, I remember. No, I remember. Mine was weird. So, fun fact: I didn't believe in anxiety and stuff like that. Hey man, just go in the corner, chill out. Like, it's funny until I start getting anxiety. There is no just chilling.
Yeah.
I don't think there's just. There probably is a way to chill out. There's grounding techniques that you can do to help chill you out.
Definitely.
But no, I remember one time my door shut. And my anxiety just went to 1,000,000 for no reason. Like, I wasn't scared, nothing. It was just heart palpitation, and I got,
Yeah.
I guess, quote unquote, general anxiety that made no sense.
Yeah, that's the worst part of it. Sometimes you don't know why it's happening, and it's like it's confusing, and that makes it even scarier. But so with social anxiety, I think it's just like, because I grew up always being different, and
How so?
Oh God. There's like so much I can talk about, but I've never talked about it to people. So I'm probably on the spectrum. And do you know what that means?
Autism?
Yeah. Yeah. So you probably can't tell because I'm really good at masking. But when I was younger, I wasn't good at masking. And when you're different, when you're younger, like, everyone notices, everyone points it out, and you realize that something's wrong with you. And so I think social anxiety is just a symptom of, like, being on the spectrum for me. And it's just something I have to learn to accept with myself, and then it just takes practice. Yeah, social practice, yeah.
So is it, I don't know, so help me understand, because my girlfriend tells me all the time about this, we watch movies. And I think it's a lot of times people with social anxiety cannot relate. No, matter of fact, don't worry about this. Hey, Alice, what was that movie you watched with the little kid who was social? Actually, that was a whole deep movie.
Was it a guy?
Was it
the accountant?
Huh?
Was it the accountant?
That's like the Rain Man type of autism, where they're like super smart, right?
With the kid.
I wish I had that power, but
We just watched it. The kid, it was like the kid was from a different dimension.
what?
Just watched it. The Devil? Oh, the book was the Devil Hour. That was the book.
Well, that's not me.
Okay.
So no.
was like a weird twisted.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
But the kid couldn't relate with people. So like the mom wanted him to be happy.
Yeah.
And like she was like play with the toy, and he just like takes the toy, straight face, and just moved it because she wants him to be happy, but he don't know what happy is.
Yeah.
So, okay.
No.
Reset.
I get
One,
what you're.
2, 3. All right. So tell me more about the spectrum for our audience and myself to understand more.
Okay, so there's still more that I need to learn about it because they call it a spectrum because not everyone's the same, and especially women aren't the same. Like oftentimes we seem normal, just like there might be something a little off, but you don't really know what it is. There's actually a girl that was on America's Next Top Model. She was autistic, but like it didn't seem like it. But just a little tangent, she gave me a lot of hope. Like that someone who's autistic could model. Do you have like a specific question that would make me?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to understand what makes you to help myself understand and all this understand what is off.
So, okay. So yeah, so we don't always understand like regular humans, if that makes sense. I think oftentimes we feel like an alien. Like people's motives are different from ours. Like our brains might be more like innocent, like if that makes sense. What else? Yeah, it's really hard to explain because it's there's different symptoms for everyone, and like I said before, there's different symptoms for men and women. So usually men with autism, it's a lot more obvious. Because I think they lack the social awareness as women. So as women, we're able to notice that, we're kind of different. So we need to like mask and act more like a normal person.
So I guess the best is example. So you have like an example case of like when someone maybe have called you like that you may not be normal or that you may be off a little bit, and then you have like, listen, I have this condition. Like for example, I don't know what. I forgot what times I have to explain to people that I have anxiety, and that sometimes I have to like kick that off and I have to step away for a second. I have to explain it. Like, listen, I understand like you want to ask these questions and you want to go have fun at this restaurant. Oh, fun fact. Like fun fact, I get anxiety at restaurants.
Okay, I was about to say it's the people.
Anxiety. Is that social anxiety? I don't know.
That can't. I mean, it might not be for you because that could be like a safety thing for you. Is it safety? Is it like you don't feel safe?
I don't think it feels safe. I just think it's too many people.
Okay.
I guess that's somewhere between claustrophobic or whatnot. Long story short, I just in that environment. I'm talking about heart, like muscle twitching and heart. Damn, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Can't eat food, like nothing. Like I'm just in the whole restaurant. I'm having an anxiety attack, and I gotta explain to people who's sitting in front of me who want to eat their food and have a good time. Like I'm not having a good time here, and I gotta leave. So in that case, I can explain to you like that's my case scenario of me explaining my anxiety. Same with you. You know, it could have been like you was at a beach one day and someone's like, "Hey, you're pretty here." Oh, sorry, I can't give you the whole example, but what is the example that you have experienced where you noticed that it may have been off? So take your time.
Example. It's just that there's so many. Like I'm anxious all the time. Like when I went to New York. Like, often what happens is one thing happens and then it like piles up and then I don't know why I'm anxious anymore. So let's say I meet someone and just like their expression kind of shows that they don't like me or that they notice something weird about me, then that'll trigger my anxiety and my shyness. And then but I can't do anything because it would be weird to react to that, so I like push it away and then I continue throughout my day, and like something else might happen but I still have that anxiety from that point and it'll just keep going throughout the day, and by the end of the day I won't know why I'm anxious. I'll just have this overwhelming sense of anxiety. But what you were talking about, it does sound like social anxiety. I don't love crowds too, but I think it depends. if I'm drinking, I'm okay.
Likewise.
Yeah, but I definitely get what you mean, because I've had like kind of like anxiety attacks, but they're inner anxiety attacks in crowds. Yeah, where I just feel like I gotta get out of there.
Right. So if I do something like this, like, hey, what's 2 plus 2? And I'm like 4, and I was like 4. Like you all.
No, I would think like I would think you were joking.
Well, you know, like some people that just lean forward and like really question you.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay,
would that sit- would
that's
that
a
trigger you?
good no, you're helping me get there. I think it's if someone shows that they think that I'm weird. I think that's the trigger, and that's my fear. Yeah. So if like they look at me like, what's wrong with that girl? Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that.
This is so much deeper than I thought
I
it
know.
would be.
So, what about, how would you say that to like someone coming up in your position? So, if someone inspired you, what kind of information would you give to that young girl out there in the world who may run across this video on YouTube?
Like someone who's also socially anxious and like, you can't let it define you. Like when I got diagnosed with it, I feel like that was the worst thing. I've never been diagnosed with autism, but social anxiety for sure. I feel like that was the worst thing, because you get trapped in the idea that you have social anxiety and that is a part of you. But no one cares that much. Like people might care for like 5 minutes, but like people care so much about themselves that it does not matter what other people think. And obviously like, you can think of that consciously, but it's hard to keep that in your mind. You just have to remind yourself that no one cares. And if you're really into modeling or acting or something that has to do with an audience, you just got to keep going. Like if you're seriously passionate about it, you can't let social anxiety stop you, or else you're going to regret it. I think that's my biggest thing. That's why I push myself to do these things that make me so uncomfortable, because I don't want to be on my deathbed thinking like, oh, if only I tried. Like, I can't believe I let this silly, it's not silly, it's valid, but in my head, like this silly little fear stop me from pursuing my dreams. Yeah.
Okay. Man, I appreciate that. All right?
Yeah, no problem.
This is the point of it. So at the same time, like, that's really cool about it when I do these things, right? Someone can just look at you. I remember the first time I met you. Your hair was puffed out.
Yeah, I had my fro.
I had to my girl, hey, I just called me a supermodel in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, but you never know, like, you may be about, you know, like, you are a person of Atlanta, and that you're, you know, these are something that you experience with going through the industry that you're in.
Yeah.
Which is modeling. And like, oh shit, I never thought about that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. And especially, like, because of the way I look, I'm a 6 foot girl. Like,
wait, are you now, guys lie, girls don't lie. Are you 6 foot or you 5'11"?
No, I really am 6 foot, but I actually might be taller. Like, I might be like 6'1". I don't know. How tall are you?
I am 6'1".
You're 6'1".
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
Okay, then I have to take off my heels and compare so I can know for sure.
We gotta see. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
Hey, I might be lying. 5'11", 6 foot on Tinder.
No, but it's so funny whenever I do this with a guy. If
Yeah.
I'm taller than them,
Yeah.
they get so sad.
Listen, you taller. I already know I'm definitely whatever. I'm pretty confident in my height. If you're taller, shout out to you. All right. Here we go.
All right.
Chapo.
The camera can't even see.
Chapo knows.
All right.
Chapo, where we at with it?
Do we need to go back to back?
Do you go back to back?
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, yeah, he's taller.
He's taller? Is it like by an inch though?
It's about maybe about 2.
Nah, my
I
ego's
might be 5'11".
You lying.
Unless you're 6'2".
She trying to get that Tinder profile.
Wait.
5'11" in person, 6 foot on Tinder.
Nah, you've got to be 6'2" then.
No.
Nah.
Depends on the day. Some days I'm 6 foot, some days I'm 6'3". For real. Yeah.
What was I saying? I don't know. This was just so much deeper than I thought. Y'all got so much out of me.
Nah, this is exactly what we're looking for. So cool. So you're 6 foot model.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying like people don't expect that from me, for me to be like so shy.
Mm-hmm.
Like Yeah, people just don't expect it, and it's kind of funny. I think it almost makes people mad when they realize that I'm shy.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just like, I don't know if it's like a psychological thing, because it's just the opposite of what you expect. Like in your mind, it's just weird.
Make sure you do it on time.
Okay.
All right, cool. So let me see. So you're doing a couple shoots. What are you looking to do next? So are you looking to get into runway, magazine?
Yes.
Get clothes from Amazon?
All of it. I mean, Amazon, cool, yeah, but I want designers. Yes. I'm actually moving to New York this year. So I'm hoping to get signed to an agency. I really want to do runway, but commercial is where the money is at. I'm sure you've heard that. Yeah. So commercial modeling, editorial, and runway modeling, that's where I want to go. And then I know that, like, I hate to say this, but oftentimes, like, there is a window for modeling, like an age, window. After that, I want to really get into fashion design. So I sew also.
Really?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I try not to share my age for model agencies.
But when the agency want to know that on your comp card?
Yeah, 24.
I'm gonna listen. Hold on. I'm gonna say it like this, okay?
Yeah.
I know a guy in Buckhead. He over 30. You tell everybody he's 27.
I mean, a regular person, I would tell them my age, but like when it comes to modeling, there's like this whole meme like where you say like you're 17, and it's like, how long have you been 17? A while. From Twilight. Have you seen Twilight?
Twilight
with the vampires. Okay, you don't get the reference then, but maybe your audience will get the reference.
Hey, your audience too. Hey, this is going to your audience. So cool. So, where was I? Just forgot it.
Comp card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna try this up. So, like, do you want to go with your entertainment age, or do you want to go with your real age? I mean, it sounds like.
I mean, I wouldn't lie on my comp card. I just probably, if they needed it on there, I would just put it. But if they didn't need it, I would just not put my age.
Okay,
Yeah, just keep it up.
Cool. So, going towards agencies, I think you would do amazing. Like,
Thank you.
I mean, like, you haven't got any critique. So, yeah, you haven't got any critiques back, have you?
Critiques?
Yeah. So, like, when you go to modeling, they probably gonna rip you apart.
No, actually,
I mean, not you.
both of the,
They're gonna pass you. They're gonna rip you.
No, but both of the agencies I did go to, they really liked me. Yeah, it just wasn't a good time for me. I was like 18, 19, and at this time, like, I was actually having panic attacks like every day. It was so bad, and I was really depressed, and I just thought like what was I thinking? I'm not gonna be able to model. Like, there's no way, because it is a really brutal industry. You're getting judged on the way that you look every day. Mm-hmm. So I didn't think I could do it, but now I care a lot less about what people think. I'm still shy, but it's just, I'm introverted, and it's just something that I've accepted with myself. Mm-hmm. And I think people have a lot of reason to be introverted. Like, people can be really mean and messed up. Mm-hmm. I'm just a good-hearted person, and the world isn't really like that. So, yeah.
It can be a little grimy out here.
Yeah.
So cool. So next step's that. So you're gonna be applying to agencies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm looking to apply to agencies in New York since I'm moving to New York. Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What, like summer?
I haven't figured it out quite yet because I need to find a job up there.
Yeah, you're transferred.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because I don't think they have a building there. So my job right now, I can't do remote, so I'm just gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna talk to them, see if I can do something up there, but if not, I'm just gonna have to move companies. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Excuse me. All right, so cool. So with all that being said, how can people follow and reach out to you?
I am on Instagram, Jessie R. Gadsden, so you can follow me there. Yeah, that's really all I have.
I want some questions. So wait, damn, I missed the good part.
What?
Man, going back. You say you knit. What's some things you do on the side? Aside of modeling,
Yeah.
beautiful, and
I sew.
You
So,
sew.
I mean, I do knit for fun, but
what's the difference? What's sewing? What's knit?
so sewing is like with the sewing machine, like with thread, needle and thread. So like just that, like these stitches, that's sewing, and then knitting is like with yarn and the needles.
Did you make that outfit?
No,
Oh,
no.
So you make your own clothes?
I do. I haven't in a little bit, but I do, and I've modeled some of my own clothes. If you want to see.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. I made this top. I usually like go to Goodwill and I thrift something and then I make it my own thing, like this. I made it a corset, but it was like it used to be an oversized button-up type thing.
A little bit closer. Okay.
Another one that's a little bit more impressive is this one. So I made this denim bikini.
Nice. Let me see one more time. Wait, is that a denim bikini under? Wait,
Yeah.
Yo, I heard it. I didn't process it.
You said you want to see it?
I've never seen it. A denim bikini. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Really?
Yeah, you should really. Yeah, that's hard.
Thank
Tell me
you.
or something.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So you're a woman of many talents.
Yes.
So you knit. All right. Have you ever thought about acting?
Oh, so that would be a lot harder with my shyness, but I do want to do it. I want to do improv. I think that'll really get me out of, my bubble.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Have you ever done acting?
Yeah, they used to call me Wall Street. No, I did acting in college for extra credits. And yeah, I did acting. My nickname really was Wall Street. I did a little bit of improv. Yeah, I got a little background in it.
Okay.
I'm nobody though. I just did it for points, for the grades.
I got you. Do you have any advice, even though you don't have that much experience? But
With acting?
yeah, like,
Yeah, what you asking?
did you do? So you did improv and acting.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't really have a specific question. Like, where did you go to school?
North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride. North Carolina A&T.
Okay, so improv is just like, what is it exactly? You guys come up with a scenario and you just run with it?
Pretty much.
Okay, and how do you feel like that improved you? Now I feel like I'm the interviewer.
I'm on the camera. But I asked a question. So with improving, it's like life. It's
Okay,
learning how to be able to pivot a scenario.
got you.
And you can take that in so many directions, but it's really good in conversation. So like, we can get to a really awkward situation. I may forget what the hell we're talking about, right?
I do it all the time.
Right. But improving there's a lot of techniques you can to keep the conversation going. So one good one that's very famous is yes and. So like, even if you don't agree with the person, or if you don't forgot about the whole situation, just say yes and then like continue on with that. But ideally try to remember what the last person said. But yes and continue on your story. But what that really does again is just for holding conversations.
Got you.
So yeah, and I think it's really good. You can mask your anxiety a little bit better with that. If you do techniques without people knowing, like if you know I'm doing yes and, you will pick up on that. All right, you playing game on me.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what I'm doing, then it makes you like a good conversationalist. Yeah.
Okay.
So I highly recommend it. Like there's Improv Atlanta, I think. Improv Atlanta.
I think I've heard of that, and I've considered doing that one. Yeah.
I would highly recommend it because you could be like you could go in the elevator and like the conversation starts with introductions like hey, and then I like your shoes. Oh, thanks. And then you just go from there. Like there's different ways that you can say yes to agree with somebody, and then like continue on that. And you just like start a conversation with someone in an elevator, in a club, no matter what. It's just a great skill set to have. Yeah.
Got you. I'm definitely. I'm gonna do it.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I like that you said that about rejections. I've thought about like rejection therapy. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's like when it's trending on TikTok. It's like when people do things where they know that they're going to get a no, but it's just to get used to it. So, like, you've heard of it?
No. So, fun fact, when I do my photography, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really want you to walk away like, tell me I suck. Like, I'm fucking weird. I really want you to walk away like, working with Crystal was horrible.
Really?
I want all I want all my videos to be capped. Like, I work with this guy, he's not like that. All those things are fake. Like, that's how I trick my brain every single time. Going to interview. Because I'm already cool. Like, if you don't like this shoot, fine with me. That's what I'm here. But I also want to actually, like, I want to know why you think it was bad and how I can improve.
Yeah, so you're always trying to improve.
Right. But I'm also trying to fail so I can improve. So, like, I want you to tell me, you're kind of awkward or, it took too long or something like that. And that just drives me to go into the next shoot. Because when I get a yes, I'm like, honestly, I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm like, there's an opposite. There's like, when you get called pretty too much, you become unfazed by pretty.
Yeah.
And when someone says, oh my God, you have pretty hair, you got pretty eyes, I love your posture. Like, someone said, oh, my fucking posture. It sparks a little bit differently. But when you hear the same thing of, you're good, it goes out of my head. But I seek rejection more than I seek acceptance.
That's very wise, I think.
Thanks. I don't know where it came from, but it came over the years.
That's smart.
So, yeah. So, all right. Well, we just wrapped it up.
All right.
Then son of a bitch. I think you missed that whole part.
No way.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
Space.
Nah, I think the bitch just stop recording.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. All right. Wrapping up. Anything else you want to say?
Not really. Don't let any fear stop you, from pursuing what you want to pursue. Like, that's the worst thing that you can do, I think, for sure.
I love that. Can you say that one more time?
Okay. Don't stop. No, shoot. What did I say? What is it? Don't let fear stop you from doing whatever you want to do. It's like, it's the biggest regret you'll ever have once you're older. You just go for it, no matter if you're scared. That's it.
Pivot back to you.
Pivot back to me.
Yeah, so like, you see me doing my thing.
Oh, yeah. So, like, I'm out here scared and shy, but I do this regardless. I keep fighting regardless. I actually listen to a whole bunch of mentors that say their success is from obsession. If you're obsessed with whatever you're doing, no matter how scared you are, you're going to accomplish something. Just keep going. Yeah.
Hey, I'm wrong with that. All right, well, we've wrapped it up. And let's go ahead and get to the shoot.